round. Each correct answer is worth a grand. Gemma, good luck. Your time starts now. In what sport is the British champions fillies and mares stage
Horse
run?
racing.
Horse racing.
Correct. Located in South America, what's the world's most extensive rainforest?
Amazon.
Pass.
Amazon. In online slang, what does the L stand for and the acronym YOLO?
Live.
Correct. Which English author wrote a total of 644 romantic novels?
Ooh.
Shakespeare.
Barbara Cartland.
Yeah.
Businessman Simon Woodruff was an original panellist on what TV show?
Egghead.
Dragon's Den. Jamie Foxx and which hip-hop artist had a hit with Gold Digger?
50 Cent.
Kanye West. Chatsworth House's Emperor is what
Digger.
type of water feature?
Fountain.
Correct. Sideswipe and Sunstreaker are warrior robots in what film franchise?
Transformers.
Correct. The Oscar-winning actress Patricia Neal was married to which children's author?
Roald Dahl.
Correct. What phrase, meaning absolutely level in a race, repeats a part of the body?
Head and head. Head to head.
Pass.
Neck and neck.
Ah.
Now, a Master of Arts degree is known by what abbreviation?
MO.
MA. Correct. What is the maximum number of points a dance on Strictly Come Dancing can get?
Pass.
40. Elijah's cup of wine is poured during the Seder dinner on what Jewish holiday?
Yom Kippur. Passover.
Passover. The Duchess of Cambridge's engagement ring features a sapphire and what other gems? Diamonds. Correct. How was the Inquisición Española known in English?
Spanish Inquisition.
Correct. 2017, the St Mary's University track was renamed after which British athlete? Correct. Eurythmics had a top 10 hit with Sweet Dreams Are Made of This in what decade?
80s.
Correct. Before Versailles, what Paris building was the main palace of French monarchs?
Ooh.
Pass. The Louvre. What month gives its name to a 1944 plot to assassinate Hitler?
July.
June. July. Which classical form of dance originated?
July 20.
Okay, we're on track. 5 grand, Fred. Good. 2 players, 5 grand. Just need Sam, Steve to come in as well. And we're up and running. You're gambling, man. Buck, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, Sam. The time starts now. What word for an area of grass can precede mower and
Lawn.
tennis? Lawn. Correct. Mud Island in Memphis is home to a museum dedicated to what great river?
Mississippi.
Tennessee.
Mississippi. Chalky White is the friend of what newspaper comic strip character? Andy Capp. Clement Attlee and Anthony Eden both succeeded which man as Prime Minister?
Churchill.
Winston Churchill.
Correct. In the title of the 60s hit, what transport did the Monkees take to Clarksville?
Last train.
B.W. Beaver.
No, last train.
Oh.
The Chase Distillery in Herefordshire uses what crop to produce its vodka?
Potatoes.
Barley.
Potatoes. What bird appeared on the official insignia of the Apollo 11 moon mission?
Eagle.
Eagle.
Correct. What non-metallic element is the main ingredient of most computer chips?
Silicon.
Silica.
Silicon. The Radio City Tower is the second tallest structure in what UK city?
Blackpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
What was the... Not a bad guess though, Blackpool, to be fair.
Yeah, at least you got the pool right.
I've missed out on a few antiques recently. They've just been out of my price range. I was pretty convinced they'd still be a bargain. So if I can get a few quid, that would be handy. I can speculate to accumulate and spend out a bit more.
Okay, I'll wish you well. You ready?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, good luck, Steve. The time starts now. Miss Selfridge was founded as a section of what department store?
Selfridges.
Selfridges.
Correct. Which future monarch made her first radio broadcast during World War II?
QE2.
Just a second.
Correct. Which model appeared on the cover of the 1973 album Pin-Ups with David Bowie?
Ooh.
You know?
Twiggy. If a tennis score is love 40, how many break points does the receiver have?
1.
Three.
3.
Correct. Which presenter of The X Factor created a grooming range for M&S?
Simon Cowell.
Dermot O'Leary. Xylenite is another name for what plastic used widely as photographic film?
Cellophane.
Celluloid. Complete the nursery
celluloid.
rhyme line. Here's the church and here's the...
Steeple.
Correct. What medal was said to have been cast from Russian guns captured in
Victoria
the Crimean
Cross.
War?
George Cross.
Victoria Cross. In how many novels does the fictional US lawyer Atticus Finch appear?
1.
Correct.
Oh.
Gleason's Jim in New York.
What's the other one? Apart from Kill a
No
Mockingbird.
time to get there for you, Steve. 5 grand. Now, the red-boned coonhound is a breed of what pet?
Dog.
Red.
Dog.
Correct. The liqueur Irish Mist is based on what spirit?
Whiskey.
Whiskey.
Correct. Filmmaker Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill is in how many volumes?
2.
2.
Correct. 1960, the Mali Federation split into Mali and what other country?
Chad.
Pass.
Senegal. The jumping choya is what type of desert plant?
Cactus.
Cactus.
Correct. What university did Roger Bannister attend?
Oxford.
Where?
Oxford.
Correct. How are child primary teeth more commonly known?
Baby teeth.
Baby teeth.
Correct. In dictionaries, what ancient language is abbreviated SKT?
Sanskrit.
Correct. The Cambridge is a dark-faced variety of what farm animal?
Where?
Sheep.
Pig.
Sheep. Which late radio DJ lived at Peel Acres?
Where?
John Peel.
Correct. Which fictional continent is ruled from the Iron Throne?
Atlantis.
Game of Thrones.
Westeros. Prize bonds are the Irish equivalent of what UK bonds?
Sea.
Premium bonds.
Correct. How many times has Spain reached the FIFA World Cup final?
Where?
Twice.
Once. What European country has the internet domain .fi?
Finland.
Finland.
Correct. 1955. Who was the first US president to appear on colour telly?
Eisenhower.
Sea.
Eisenhower.
Correct. What type of entertainer is a chanteur?
Where?
Juggler.
Singer. Used in perfume. Geraniol. It takes its name from what flower?
Geranium.
Geranium.
Correct. Road to Rhode Island is an episode of what cartoon series?
Simpsons.
Roadrunner.
Family Guy. 2017 film Life is about the discovery made on what planet?
Mars.
Correct. What type of appliance is made by the Vitamix brand?
Mixers.
Pass.
Blenders.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Radio Belgrano
Same thing.
broadcasts in what South American country?
Argentina.
Argentina.
Correct. John and Sue Peters are friends of what TV scarecrow? Bad luck, that would have been Wurzel Gummidge. Now, most UK domestic cookers run off gas and what other mains utility?
Electricity.
Correct. What musical features the song A Waltz for Eva and Shay?
Evita.
Correct. In cardiology, the abbreviation BPM stands for what?
Beats per minute.
Correct. Ewan McGregor played feuding brothers in what US TV show?
Fargo.
Correct. Mishima cattle come from what country?
Japan.
Correct. What was the nickname for a pre-decimal sixpence?
Pass.
Stop the clock. Take your time, Fred and Steve.
You said nickname.
What was the nickname for a
Hmm.
pre-decimal sixpence?
Zach. Maybe.
We think it's a ton.
Yeah, Tanner, absolutely right. We push the chaser back. 14 required. Here we go. 1 minute and 34 seconds remaining. Your time starts again now. The film studio TriStar uses what mythical horse as its logo?
Pegasus.
Correct. Damn was a 2017 hit album by which US rapper?
Jay-Z.
Stop the clock, that is wrong.
Yes. Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Need an answer, team?
We'll go Kanye.
No. Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Alright, 13 to catch.
I thought he was a
1:23
basketballer.
remaining. Here we go. Your time starts again now. Voyage is a version of what Amazon e-reader?
Kindle.
Correct. What type of fashion item is the Givenchy Nightingale?
Handbag.
Correct. Swing Times, a 2016 novel by which London-born writer?
Ian McEwan.
Stop the clock, that is wrong.
Looks like she's in
Need an
pain.
answer. Team?
Jeffrey Archer.
No.
It's Zadie Smith.
Zadie Smith, absolutely. The great Zadie Smith. Here we go. 11 to catch, 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining. Your time starts again now. Mont Ventoux is a climb on what major bicycle race?
Tour de France.
Tour de France.
Correct. What unit is equal to 20 fluid ounces?
Pint.
Correct. Hips are the fruit of what flowering plant?
Rose.
Rose.
Correct. Lyre is a form of what Hindu spiritual discipline?
Yoga.
Correct. Cat flaps, a spoonerism of what item of headwear?
Flat cap.
Correct. What rainbow puppet had a zip for a mouth?
Zippy.
Correct. Which ancient Greek wrote the tragedy The Bacchae?
Plato.
Euripides.
Oh, correct. A madrileño lives in what European country?
Spain.
Spain.
Correct. What song was a hit for both Frank Sinatra and the Sex Pistols?
My Way.
Correct. What is the next bank holiday after Christmas Day?
Boxing
New
Day.
Year's Day.
Stop the clock. That is wrong.
Boxing Day, bro.
Boxing Day is right. Push the chaser back. 3 required. 20 seconds remaining. Chaser, your time starts again now. Maginus and Maritus are craters on what heavenly body?
Moon.
Correct. In 1890, which German statesman was made Duke of Lauenburg?
Bismarck.
Correct. Which TV soap opera was first broadcast in 1972?
M&L Farm.
Correct.
Oh, God.
If I want some money, I'd love to go and maybe play a top 10 golf course in the world and match it with a top 10 restaurant in the world and take the wife for a holiday. I think that'd be lovely.
1 minute on the clock, $2,000 for every correct answer. Are you good to go?
Ready?
Let's do it. Best of luck to you, and your time starts. Now, the standard triangular Australian-made logo is gold, and what secondary?
Yellow.
Green.
Correct. Starring Mecca Elmo, Mecca Builders is a spin-off of which children's TV show?
Pass.
Sesame Street. The Festa do Pio de Barretos is a festival in which large South American country?
Brazil.
Correct. An alliterative phrase meaning impact is inevitable is on a collision.
Course.
Course.
Correct. In the Netflix film Matilda the Musical, Miss Trunchbull is played by Emma who? Thompson. Correct. The US agency name TSA stands for Transportation what?
Safety.
Administration.
Pass.
Security. The culinary term filet mignon is borrowed from which European?
French.
French.
Correct. What is the common three-letter shortened form of the name Jennifer?
Jen.
Jen.
Correct. In which Australian city did women's water polo make its official Olympic debut?
Sydney.
Correct. A regular subject for Picasso was which ancient Greek monster with a bull's head?
Minotaur.
According to the Lion King song lyrics, Hakuna Matata means no what?
Pass.
Worries. No worries. Of course you do. That's a great idea, mate. 1 minute on the clock, $2,000 for every correct answer. Are you ready to go? I'm ready. Best of luck to you. And your time starts now. In the lyrics of the song Mary's Boy Child, the child was born on Christmas what? Eve. Day. Playing a retired astronaut in the film Terms of Endearment is Oscar winner Jack who?
Nicholson.
Correct. The long-tailed pangolin is native to what continent?
Antarctica.
Africa. I Am Not Fine, Thanks
Won't be
is a book by
Antarctica.
Australian comedian Will who?
Pass.
Anderson. In 2022, which tennis Grand Slam was stripped of ranking points?
Wimbledon.
Correct. Invented by South Australia's Smith brothers was the stump jump what?
Plough.
Pass.
Plough. Based on a Michael J. Fox film of the same name is the TV series Teen what? Wolf. Correct. IN is the common abbreviation for what imperial unit of measurement?
Inch.
Pass.
Inches. The non-resistance policy of Satyagraha was developed by which Indian activist?
Gandhi.
Pass.
Mahatma Gandhi. A feature of Australian passports, MRZ, stands for machine readable what?
Pass.
Zone. The album Demeter Joe is by which female member of the Jackson family, Janet? Stephen.
Bit of extra spending money.
Yeah.
That's all right. Not too bad.
$6,000. That's a heap of cocktails on night.
I believe my fiance had the same results.
All right. Well, let's see who can get it home.
Yeah.
Here's Mara.
Hi, Stephen.
Hey, how are you?
Very good, thanks. I actually did a tandem parachute myself.
Oh, really?
Goliath. It was actually really good. He stepped out of the plane, onto the ground, no parachute needed. It was...
You felt safe all the way. All right, and there is your $1,000 for every correct answer. Rebecca, best of luck to you, and your time starts now. What is the only calendar month to have a name beginning with the letter S?
September.
Correct. Featuring in the Disney stage musical Aladdin is the song Diamond in the what?
Rough.
Rough.
Correct. Which scoring shot was introduced by the NBA in 1979?
Pass.
Three-pointer. In the Harry Potter films, Dolores Umbridge is played by Imelda who?
Michael.
Pass.
Staunton. US astronaut Buzz Aldrin flew on how many missions to space?
1.
3.
2. Which country has a national anthem called Schweizerpsalm?
Switzerland.
Pass.
Switzerland. Divine Symmetry is a box set featuring music and memorabilia of the late David who?
Bowie.
Correct. A common idiom for the time halfway between dusk and dawn is the dead of what?
Night.
Day.
Night. What letter is used 5 times in the Mexican city name Guadalajara?
J.
A.
Correct. Malasol caviar is typically prepared with what seasoning? Oh, salt. Correct. A popular BBC police TV series is title line of $1 for every correct answer. You ready for this?
Yes.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And your time starts now. A common alliterative term for constantly switching plans is chopping and what?
Changing.
Blocking.
Changing. The wattles that hang from a rooster's neck are typically what primary colour?
Red.
Correct. SAR is the currency code of which Middle Eastern country?
Saudi Arabia.
Correct. In TV's The
Real.
Simpsons, one of Bart's 4th grade teachers was Edna who?
Krabappel.
Correct. Which Australian city hosted the 2023 World Pride event?
Sydney.
Correct. In which indoor Olympic sport is the defensive position libero?
Or ice hockey?
Volleyball. The Oscar-winning song Secret Love features in the film musical Calamity Who?
Jane.
Balls.
Jane. Which Japanese car company was founded by Kiichiro Toyoda?
Toyota.
Correct. In which Australian state is the historic residence Marugal?
New South Wales.
Correct. Blippi is a children's entertainer who rose to fame on which video sharing platform?
YouTube.
Correct. The pop art movement began in which century?
20th.
20th?
Correct. Right on the button now. The Kangaroo Hoppet skiing marathon is held in which country?
Australia.
Stewart.
Australia.
Correct. Mark Sinclair is better known as action star Vin who?
Diesel.
Ashley. Diesel.
Correct. Which Italian explorer wrote the travelogue Il Milione?
Stewart.
Pass.
Marco Polo.
Harare is the capital city of which African
Zimbabwe.
Stewart.
Kenya.
Zimbabwe. Paris the Memoir is an autobiography by which US socialite?
Paris Hilton.
Pass.
Paris Hilton. The Ankoli Watusi is a breed of what livestock?
Cattle.
Rebecca. Cow.
Correct. What European language is an official language of Peru?
Spanish.
Spanish.
Correct. East Lothian is a historic county of which UK country?
Scotland.
Stewart.
England.
Scotland. In which ancient empire was a decurion a cavalry officer?
Rome.
Stewart.
Spain.
Rome. Victoria Tower is a feature of London's Palace of where?
Size.
Stewart.
Westminster. The 60s singer Don Ho was synonymous with which US state?
Hawaii.
Stewart.
Texas.
Hawaii. The military initialism RDN stands for Royal Danish what?
Rebecca. Navy.
Correct. The literary captain Ahab was created by author Herman who?
Melville.
Ashley. Melville.
Correct. In which Australian state is the federal electorate of Moreton?
Stewart.
Queensland.
Queensland.
Correct. MC Suffer is a member of which Australian hip-hop group?
Pass.
Stewart.
Pass.
Hilltop Hoods. The adjective Corfio means of or from which Greek island?
Corfu.
Stewart.
Corfu.
Correct. Which US horror author wrote the
Stephen King.
Forges trilogy?
Stewart.
Pass.
Stephen King. In TV's The Thornbirds, Ralph is played by Richard who?
Chamberlain.
Ashley. Here.
Chamberlain. A 2022 mystery comedy film is See How They What?
Run.
Stewart.
Fly.
Run. Which continent is the shortest distance from Antarctica?
Ashley.
Australia. South America. Tierra del Fuego. No, well, reasonably happy with that.
Oh, I think there'll be a lot more down here. 11 steps.
Look, sometimes it's better to be right than to be fast, but in those circumstances, maybe better to be fast.
All right, we'll need a truck full of pushbacks. Now, the name of which Asian country also denotes porcelain work?
Pass.
Stop the
China.
clock. The name of which Asian country also denotes porcelain
Surprised she
work?
passed it. China.
China is right. Very early pushback. Chaser now needs
Kicking
12.
herself, isn't she?
1:57 on the clock, and your time restarts now. What is the second planet from the sun?
Venus.
Venus.
Correct. Vasa Kupa is a mountain in which European country?
Italy.
Sweden.
Stop the clock. Vasa Kupa is a mountain in which European country?
Stick with Sweden because they have a ship called Vasa from Sweden. So
I'm going to go with Spain.
Germany is what we needed. 1:50 on the clock. Chaser needs 11 now.
of course
Time
Vasa border.
restarts now. Which city hosted the 1932 Summer Olympics?
Berlin.
Stop the
No,
clock.
that was 36.
Which city hosted the 1932 Summer Olympics?
think
Some
it's
good
Paris.
opportunities here.
32. Didn't you say European city?
No idea.
Los Angeles.
I think it is Los
Correct.
Angeles. Yeah.
That's a good pushback there. Chaser needs
I
12
thought
now.
he said European.
1:46 on the clock. Mara, your time restarts. Now, what is the Australian Postal Corporation's trading name?
Ozpost.
Post.
Stop the clock.
Australia
What is
Post.
the Australian Postal Corporation's trading name?
Australia Post.
Australia Post. We need the whole thing, Mara. 13. 1:42 on the clock, and your time restarts now. Requestable is an event hosted by which youth radio station?
Triple J.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which UK country hosts the RHS Flower Show Tatton Park?
England.
Correct. In which Australian state is the town of Phrygian Beach?
New South Wales.
Stop the clock. In which Australian state is the town of Phrygian Beach?
Never heard of it.
Fifth opportunity here.
Or WA. Okay.
Only have a guess.
We're
South
going to go
Australia.
with Queensland.
Some good pushbacks here. Queensland is right.
Oh my God.
Chaser now needs 12. 1:27 on the clock. Time restarts now. The comic character Asterix typically has what colour hair?
Yellow.
Correct. The film Gone Baby Gone was directed by actor Ben who?
Stiller.
Affleck.
Correct. The main Côte d'Azur airport is in which French city?
Nice.
Correct. An American breed of feral equine is the banker what?
Horse.
Correct. Lachie Neale began his AFL career with which club?
Brisbane Lions.
Stop the clock. Lachie Neale began his AFL career with which club?
Fremantle Dockers.
Correct. Well done.
Okay, good answer.
Chaser needs 9 now. 1:03 on the clock. And your time restarts now. In which Victorian city is the industrial area Coode Island?
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Correct. An opera composed by Alexander Borodin is Prince who?
Pass.
Stop the clock. An opera composed by Alexander
Something
Borodin
Russian, obviously.
is Prince who?
Just one.
7th opportunity. I'm going to need an answer.
Henry? I don't know.
We're going to go with Prince Henry.
Igor.
Oh.
Prince Igor.
Nothing.
Chaser needs
Doesn't get much
8.
more Russian than that.
53 on the clock. Time restarts now. What animated film by Guillermo del Toro is about a wooden boy?
I don't care.
Correct. An 80s hit song by Rick Springfield was Jesse's what?
Girl.
Correct. In TV's Heart to Heart, Jennifer is played by Stephanie who?
Powers.
Stop the clock. In TV's Heart to Heart, Jennifer is played by Stephanie who?
Guy's played by Robert Wagner. Woman's played by Stephanie Power. Power or Powers?
Hart.
Oof, I think it's Powers.
Yeah, sure.
Stephanie Hart.
Stephanie Powers.
Yeah.
Is what we needed there.
Who was also the girl from
40
Uncle.
seconds on the clock. Mara, your time restarts now. The Sanshan is a stringed instrument from which continent?
Asia.
Correct. In which Australian state is Pilliga Forest?
New South Wales.
Correct. VND is the currency code of which Asian country?
Vietnam.
Correct. Working Class Boy is an autobiography by which Aussie rocker?
G-Barnes.
Yeah.
Correct. Long-time lead singer of the band Alice in Chains was Lane who?
Pass.
Stop the clock. Long-time lead singer of the band Alice in Chains was Lane who?
I need this.
Idea.
No.
Lane.
Pretty long shot, isn't it?
Yeah. I was thinking Collins.
Collins.
Staley. Lane Staley. Chaser needs 20 seconds on the clock. And your time restarts now. The abbreviation BVSC stands for Bachelor of what science?
Veterinary.
Chemical.
Stop the clock.
V. Only thing I can think of starts with V. Veterinary.
BVSC stands for Bachelor of what science?
I think it's computer.
No.
Computer science.
Pretty confident it's veterinary. You need this.
Computer
No.
science.
Veterinary.
Yeah. V.
Oh,
The V.
We're all like computer, like BVS.
Yeah. All right, Chaser needs 2 now. 14 seconds on the clock. It's a lot closer than we thought it was going to be. And your time restarts now. What nationality is Formula One driver Yuki Tsunoda?
Japanese.
Stop the clock.
Stick with Japanese.
What nationality
Come on,
is
you can
Formula
still
One driver Yuki Tsunoda?
We're going to go with Japanese.
Yes.
Your 12th opportunity.
Yes.
Japanese is right.
That might make the difference. That's
Chaser
probably
needs
it.
11 seconds on the clock. But going to the wire. Your time restarts now. The film Top Gun Maverick co-stars Miles who?
Ooh,
Stop the clock.
they've got it.
The film
Doesn't matter
Top Gun
now.
Maverick co-stars Miles who?
I don't know. Well, any actors Miles?
No, I don't know. Don't know any actor named Miles. Anybody?
We're going to go with Banks.
Miles Teller.
Well,
Chaser needs 3.
in
6
6
seconds on the
seconds.
clock. And your time restarts now. Which continent was home to President Mobutu Sese Seko?
Africa.
Stop.
Africa.
Which continent was home to
Mobutu.
President Mobutu Sese Seko?
South Africa.
Africa is right. Chaser needs 3 seconds on the clock. And your time restarts now. Art turned Shinwazari draws...
China's right.
Yeah, just find me now, Larry.
Guys, a whopping $42,000. Who would have thunk it? Enjoy every
No.
single dollar. Wow, what a game. We'll see you next time.
With
right
a
here
crap
on
score,
The
they've held
Chase.
on.